Hey everyone! So recently I wanted to start a YouTube channel and one of the suggestions was doing work vlogs. So today I'm going to try the Epic Cosplay Mermaid Waves tutorial and I'm going to do it on this wig here. It's a Ferrari wig from Arda and I believe the color is maroon. So let's get started.
There are some nights I hold on to every note I ever wrote. Some nights I say fuck it all, stare at the calendar, waiting for catastrophes, imagining they'd scare me into changing whatever it is I am changing into. And you have every right to be scared. 'Cause there are some nights I hold you close, pushing you to hold me, oh, begging you to lock me up, never let me see the world. Some nights I live in horror of the people on the radio, tea parties and Twitter. I've never been so bitter. And why you wanna stay? Oh my God, have you listened to me lately? Lately, I've been going crazy, so crazy. And you, why you wanna stay? Oh my God, have you listened to me lately? Lately, I've been fucking crazy. There are some nights I wait for someone to save us, but I never look inward, try not to look upward. And some nights I pray a sun is gonna come to me, but usually
Okay, so now I'm hauled on the wig and you see it has a bunch of braids all over it. And one of the main tricks for this is that the braids need to all be relatively the same size so that all the waves are the same size. So I've got a few different ones here. I got some on the top level and some on the bottom level because the wefts in Arda's Ferrari wig, as you can see, they're different lengths, so I matched the lengths for the top level versus the bottom level. Next I'll be giving it a hot water bath. And the trick with that is to make sure that you try not to get any hot water on the lace wefts here, because then they can, you see it right here, because they can bend out of shape if you get hot water on them. And once I'm done that, I'll cut the bangs. Well, let dry overnight after the hot water, take it out, comb it gently with my fingers, then cut the bangs, and I should be all done. And it's going to be for a costume later in August. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to be putting in some water. I have a metal bowl that I'm going to be using. I got my wig, and I've got a standard electric kettle. I know some Americans don't have this, which is really weird, but it's really, really common in Canada. So this fills up to 1.8 liters, so I'll just be using that. Okay, so the water's all boiled now, so I'm just going to pour it into the bowl. All of it out. Just gonna let it rest for a little bit because you don't want it too hot. Going to take the wig off, the wig head. And then we're just going to dip it in and try to dip it in a way so that the wefts in here don't get hit by the hot water, because then they can become deformed. So, and you want to make sure that it's really, really, really heavily wet all the way through, and not just like slightly damp. So now we got all the braids dripping wet. Gonna put that side. Put down a towel. Yeah. Just looking at this, one of the braids came undone a little bit at the bottom. This is pretty long, so I'm going to quickly pat dry the ends. And I could keep it on this head, but I can't put it on just a table because then it would bend like that and it would actually dry bend. So I'm going to either find a wig stand, or another method is to take it like this and clip it to a shelf or something like this so that all of the hairs are straight. So yeah. I can also just dry it lying down, but that can cause it to be a bit bent as well. Okay, so it's just after midnight and my wig is all dry. Usually I let it dry overnight, but I started early enough in the day that it's dry now. One of the things I did was when I put it into the boiling water, I took the hair bands out and then dumped just the tips in, so I didn't get any major kinks in the braids, and I just had to go smooth down like this. And I ended up drying it, lying it flat on a towel very, very carefully. So I'm going to put on the wig head and going to slowly take out the braids and see how it looks.
And some days I can't even trust myself. It's killing me to see this way. 'Cause though the truth may vary, this ship will carry on.
Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. It's really, really kinky because I used a bit of a larger braid. So it's still a little bit damp from the inside of the braids, since braids retain water very well. So I'm going to take off the wig head again and lie it down on its side and let it dry overnight. And then tomorrow I'm going to take my fingers or a thick tooth comb and just run through it. I'm not going to do it right now because combing might take out the waves a bit, and you never want to brush a wet wig because it can ruin the fibers. Okay, so I'm all done my wig now. It looks really, really nice. It's got lots of pretty locks and just really soft waves. I just used my fingers to comb it out, and it's still really soft. None of its softness is lost from the Arta wig. And it looks really, really nice. I'm really happy with it. It's just a really, really nice color wig, so I'm really happy that it's out like this. It'll be a nice casual fashion wig, and I'll be wearing it later now. Awesome tutorial then, I guess.